Effectively, the upcoming week is being observed as a Vigilance Awareness Week on the guidelines of the Central Vigilance Commission, Delhi. This year's theme is Eradicate Corruption, Build a New India. I welcome you all to this inauguration ceremony, which is a curtain raiser to set the pace for the host of programs scheduled in this week. These programs include conducting of training sessions, workshops for government employees at various levels, and organizing of quiz competition for the higher secondary students. Earlier, this directorate had conducted various sessions, workshops for the inquiry officers, presiding officers to hone their skills so that inquiries are speedily disposed. It is worthwhile mentioning here that a good number of vigilance inquiries, vigilance complaints were disposed of in the recent past. What is the theme? Eradicate corruption. Corruption, as we all know, is characterized by both the lack of transparency and accountability. Corruption lowers investment and hinders economic growth and development. Corruption limits access to the basic social amenities, facilities for common man, as well as increases the cost of their delivery. It is one of the factors responsible for poverty. Corruption negatively subverts the financial system. Thus, corruption is, we pay a high cost of corruption. Thus, corruption is anti-poor, anti-development, anti-economy, anti-growth, and above all, inequitable. I'm sure that observance of this week will create due awareness in the government departments and people to check corruption at every level. That it will also inspire the system to implement preventive measures effectively. I hope and trust that our endeavors towards eradication of corruption will go a long way in instilling in the government employees the values of transparency, devotion to duties, integrity, honesty, sincerity, probity at their workplace. This will also strengthen the fabric of the system and the society, the state and the nation, and help India take it to a greater heights. Once again, I welcome the August gathering. Thank you.
Reliance on the residual position, which is available in all rules, the government's power to relax the rules. I am finding an inordinate number of cases coming, and that primarily, I am surprised, it affects all of us. Is that rule is very rarely being used to do a public person. It's invariably about us only, promotion, retirement. So that rule is being invoked for self-aggrandization by the bureaucracy itself. It's a very large volume that is taking place. So without doubt, there is a power to relax, there is a sovereign power to relax. But when the department head puts up a note, you have to be very clear as to what is that compelling circumstance. And it's just not a favor being granted in a way. Because once, if we among ourselves we can't be fair, how do you expect us to be fair with the public at large? Of course, we are part of a club, a group. We all have come through the merit principle. We are sworn to protect the constitutional values. We can't use the power given to us. It's like, stealing from your own tijori. I mean, we are supposed to be the key holders. We can't be dipping into it and saying, because there's a power to relax, let's relax for ourselves. So there's a second trend which I find that somebody will have to look at it, department head, when they put up a note. It's a sovereign power which must be exercised very rarely, and with categoric explanation to why is one of the rarest of the cases where such a relaxation is to be given.